Hello everybody, my name is Jordan and welcome to Podcrash. This is a new series idea that we've come up with. It's basically like a tutorial video on how to build. This one is a castle, but you know we're going to have things like how to voxel sniper better, how to build a waterfall, how to build anything. If you put it in the description, in the comments below, we will do it, you know, it's simple as that. Anyway, straight into the video. This is built by Dolphin2 and Moneyboy Bro, two newest members of the Podcrash build team at the time. It's a phenomenal build. I'm going to go through the stages of it and then we'll discuss how it goes on as I do the video. Anyway, to start with, on stage 1, you're basically looking for what you need to build. If you go on Google Images, or anything, you see something in real life, you see a photo you like, you get the image in your head and you go, I want to build that. But I mean, there could also be the straight up, let's build something awesome, how are we going to lay it out? And that's exactly what's done here. I told them, you know, this tutorial is going to be a castle. You go build a castle. And so what I think Dolphin did at this point is just made some circles, put them down, and made the very simple layout of the castle. If this was to be built up straight away or built in sections, you do lose the image of what you're going to be given overall. Some people may prefer to work like that, but that's how me and Matt work ourselves. Go back to our Cops and Robbers 40 videos of our updates. We'll do it exactly the same way as this. Lay it out on the floor, get the plan going, and you know exactly what you're going to be doing for the rest of the journey. So this is pretty much as simple as you get. Dot it down, bam. Let's move on to stage 2. Stage 2 is very, very basic still. What's happened here from the last one is everything's been stacked up. You can see more now what the size is going to be. If I go down and drop, he's probably stacked this up about 10, just at a guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Da! So 12 high, which is insane. All of it's been moved up, like I said. There wasn't an entrance on the very first one, now there is. And there is also a little bit here to go into the inner keep. So what this does for your brain is it gets more of an image of what the castle's going to be looking like by the end of it. So as you can see now, it looks more like a castle than the little place on the ground. Very simple step, all it is stacking up. But you know, you get the gist of it. Brilliant stuff. Onto stage 3. So in my opinion, stage 3 would be that you start adding detail to the build. You know, it starts to come to life and it starts to show what the actual final build is going to look like. So we'll run through this in quite a lot of detail, take quite a while because there is so much going on with this build. This is Moneyboy Bro who has insane levels of detail. I could never do this kind of detail. I mean, just an anvil straight up for the doors. I mean, that's much better than you know, what the normal ones are of the gates. I don't know, it's just really interesting. Round here you've got the intricacy in the walls. Certain things like this, instead of it being just a straight up block wall all the way around, it slightly breaks up by using 2 stairs. And when you're actually looking at the wall now as a whole, instead of that part being just completely flat, now you've got a bit more 3D to it. It just adds so much more, and it's such brilliance to detail is all I can really say. And because the wall's quite thick, it's free thick, so you're able to stick a block in between. There's a little bit of light shining through with the glowstone. Then the stones are put on top of that, so it gives more of like a nice detail to it, which is basically what a castle would do. You know, you've got to show your wealth and you've also got to show how much of a powerhouse you are. So that's another nice touch. Little bits of rock put in there, the what they call chiseled stone bricks. Put those in there, just, you know, for more detail again. Nice use of wood in the corner and some bars. They're just to break it up again from just looking like stone. I mean, it's just rubbish otherwise, just pure stone. Again, up here, nice intricacy in the wall. Brilliant. And it goes all the way around like this. I mean, there you can see it's symmetrical as well. And it's on diagonals, which just makes it even more perfect. Fantastic use of everything. Straight into the pillars at the top. Now, even here has design. You don't fall down the cracks because it's only a half. So, I mean, it works perfectly. I've seen some builds where you walk and you drop down. Really, really terrible, to be honest. But this here, it's a really nice design using the stairs and just the main blocks. And it just, you know, instead of it being like a normal path like this, but you can't do anything with this, by the way, it's, you know, a diagonal. It just breaks up. It looks really awesome. So again, and then all the way around, the same design is built from the very front, is brought all the way around, stacked all the way around. As soon as you've done it once, boom, straight up. And there you are. Some pieces would have had to be rebuilt though, because it wouldn't be symmetrical to the whatchamacallit, the actual amount that is there. So props to him for that. Again, down here you're walking in, you've got loads of intricacy, loads of detail, loads of perfection, and just walking around, straight into the main room, which obviously isn't done as of yet. And you know, there's a little throne area. Obviously as well, because of the build on this, we didn't really think of interior, so the build itself was just placed down as like, that'll look like a nice castle. Now what we have to do later on is work around the interior. We never planned it or anything else, so it's just got to come at the time. If it doesn't fit, we've got to make it work. One thing that you can do, I mean, it's not been done at the moment, is plan the interior as well, but it's really up to you. I mean, I just build the exterior, and then me and Matt go, what should we build in the Cops and Robbers, for example? And we did all the rooms, just going, that'll be there, and it works out fine. But it does depend on whether you want it symmetrical or not for an interior. Anyway, we'll move on now. Now this here is basically the moment you've all been waiting for. I honestly think this build is absolutely superb. There is still one more stage to go, but when you see the detail in this, I can't actually believe it. Like, the Podcrash build team throw these out, and it's just brilliant. They're such a good build team. But I mean, Moneyboy Bro and Chow Dolphin on this, they worked their arses off for it. I'm amazed. So you've got this awesome detail with the bushes all around. They've got, I would assume, just red berries, things like that. Nice amount there. All the way down with the path and these little flowers as well. So the bushes are there to, you know, fill up the gaps, but also it doesn't interrupt with where you've got to go. So it's like it's just passive. It's passive basically. It's not there to get in the way. It's not there for gameplay purposes. It's just passive detail, which is amazing. Nice little market stall over here. What you would expect in a castle. You know, you've got, like, I don't know, let's just say the armory here, the blacksmith kind of person, the cake maker, sure, and a nice tree, which obviously, if this was a castle, you would be building around, you know, landscape. You wouldn't be able to cut down everything. You'd want a big grand tree in there. So bam, you got that. A little hut here, a stable for all the horses. Fantastic. Again, go inside, a nice little building. You can go upstairs in it. You've got a little stable amount. It's just, again, like the attention to detail. They're not big buildings. They just have nice details on the little smalls, and it all works. It plays like a little game. You get around here as well. Oh man, we got sieged. So here's a catapult. It's fired. You can see the stages of the firing, I believe, and smash. It's knocked down the back wall, which is again awesome. So apparently in this little playthrough, I guess they're sieging. So there you are. There's the big barrel on the ground of destruction. Little pond in the corner here, and it's just a pathway all the way around. So you know, it's not leaving anything out. You can go all the way around it, and it just looks superb. Again, another little castle gate area here. The little throne room bit that I was on about before. It's like the Game of Thrones throne there. Boom, and it's built up. It's grand. You can still see where the seat is, but there's this huge amount around it. The interior as well. It's been massively upgraded since the last time we saw it. Nice little pillars in the corner, built up, and all details inside them again. Brilliant. Under here, just a standard little room. It's not been finalised with the build, but you know, it still looks amazing in the corners. They've still got those, and upstairs as well. None of the exterior, just the castle build. And you can even go outside here, get the archers, and then boom, a little walkway. Awesome. And these are amazing. This roof, you can't even see that part there, but he's still made the detail happen. The pillars on top here, awesome as well. Phenomenal. I just wouldn't have like the vision myself to be able to do this. The builds that me and Matt do are a lot more simplified than this, but we do obviously work out what's going to happen. I mean, the detail in this is what the build team is for. I mean, what we can't do, they can. And the detail, I know I've said that like 50,000 times, but you've got to just look at that. It's just fantastic. It looks much like Cops and Robbers 4. Got props to all of the build team for that. They didn't get enough respect for it, but awesome, awesome stage 4. There is one more stage, and I will explain that in a second. I really hope this build is doing you guys justice at the moment. I hope you can take something away from it. If you need it explained in a better way, then please do write in the comments below. I'm doing this straight up. It's kind of like a review and a tutorial at the same time. The final stage for me would be to voxel the area around it, the landscape, and make the build that's on flat land actually function inside a world. So same again with Cops and Robbers. We did it, we rose it in the air, we built the area around it, and then we placed it down and built around it again to, you know, make all the attention to details and make sure there was no gaps, etc. So this castle has been rightfully placed on top of hills with customized trees on the side, so it's like a little forest. I reckon if I was the if I was to continue this build, I would have this little path here leading straight out. I'd have a massive wall all the way around the castle and this little foresty area, and then I'd have little buildings and a village all around it, and it would basically become this huge city/village landscape area. So then we'll just take a look at the trees first, but basically with the hills, very simple. Just dot down some blocks of spheres, or other people like to work with cubes and knock those down. Loads of different ways to voxel. I mean, there will be like a little tutorial on voxel landscape in the future, but basically just that. Then you just /BB it, just, you know, bring it all down, and usually what I do is work with stone and then convert it later into grass or whatever I need it to be, because stone's easiest to work with and it doesn't break away. I can't remember exactly why, but it doesn't, so that's great. Little pieces of wood logs everywhere. The trees have half leaves on, half wood, so it's not a generic tree. It's just like a more fantasy tree. It's just really awesome. Here's the thing at the back, firing and destroying the back of it still. It's got dirt where obviously the people would be running. The grass would be trodden up and destroyed. There's loads of cannons on top here as well now. So that's awesome. And basically the build's done. This honestly took them a long time, on and off. They did have real life things to be doing and whatnot. But I would say probably about a week to do this, on and off. Let's say 2 hours a day, something like that, 2 or 3 hours. It really is an awesome build. I'm so impressed with what they've been able to do. This is their very first assignment as well after a trial. So I mean, fantastic work. Props to them. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video as well. It's different than normal. I'm still learning on how to even do a tutorial. I've just been flying around pointing things out. Anyone can do that. So please, if there's something I've done wrong, just do write it in the comments below. I will look into it, and I'll try and get a nicer, more refined video for next time. But thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.